Alright, what's up YouTube? Bimco40 here. For the 8 of you that requested this deck profile in an hour, we are going to be doing the Claret Sword deck profile. Now, this deck is not extremely tier 1, and there'll be a few changes that we're going to talk about in the video. The possibility... Would you want to play over Grozny?
I'd say...
The Dark Quartz engine?
Well, I wouldn't play the Dark Quartz engine.
Just Dark Quartz.
I would play Dark Quartz. I mean, you have to realize that, like, Grozny's good, but in a build that you're not wanting to utilize the stand trigger as much as you do in Lure, you're not going to really rotate on that card very well. So then there's a couple you can go up to. I think, are you playing 4?
We're not playing the stand trigger.
I'm playing 3 of the same.
Yeah, so you can go into 4 of the Counterblast one, Soul Blast one, Call Grade 1. There's some other good choices.
We'll talk about them as we're going through the deck. Alright, so Claret Sword. What made you want to play this, of all the Shadow Paladin variants? Because, like, this build seems good, but once your grade 1s run out, you're kind of just...
Yeah, that's why you kind of, like, maximize your grade 1s. I think I'm playing 14, 17, something like that.
Alright, we'll get to the official number here as we're going. Alright, so 4 copies of Supremacy Dragon Claret Sword Revolt. This card's actually pretty nuts. So, what does this thing do?
On stride, you counterblast 1... search the top of your deck until you search for 2 grade 1s, and then you add 1 to your hand and call 1 to the rearguard circle. It's really good because if you hit one of those cards that gains a skill on call from deck or just on place to rearguard, then that obviously goes off. Like Swordbreaker, Death Feather, not Death Feather Eagle.
Yeah, it's something Eagle. Yeah. It's the Eagle against plus 4k when it's placed on rearguard.
Yeah, it makes 11k column.
And then his GB2 is actually pretty good. When he's attacked, you can move a grade 1 from anywhere on the field. Yeah. As an interceptor.
Basically, and then if after that skill activates, you have no rearguards after that, then he gets 2k power, which basically becomes a cross ride at that point.
Huh. And then 2 regular copies of regular Claret Sword. Is this just...
Basically because you need the Claret Sword name.
It's basically the Chaos Breaker. That's good against Rogue. They're both good, but this is better against Rogue just due to the fact that, like, calling an automatic grade 1 is really good.
Yeah, counterblast 1 on stride, call a grade 1.
And 6 grade 3s is to allocate the extra resource to the additional grade 1, correct?
Yes.
Alright, so 6 grade 3s.
Go to the starter next.
Alright. Starter.
Because that's why you
Starter is the brand new one from the new set. Counterblast 1. Retire this. You not put it in the soul. Sorry about that. You check the top 7 cards of your deck for a Claret Sword Dragon and add to your hand. And then, if you have a Claret Sword Vanguard, at the time, you draw a card. It's really good because if you don't have a grade 3, obviously you search for 7 instead of 5. And then if you just wait for your grade 3 turn, then you just get an extra card.
I actually thought this was GB1. That's actually really good.
Yeah, it's really good. It's not GB1.
Alright, grade 2s. 4 copies of...
the best grade 2 in the deck.
If you have a grade 3, this thing gets -1, so you can hit this off of...
everything.
Yeah. And then...
he's a grade 1 in deck.
And if it's boosted by grade 1, it becomes a 14k by itself.
So basically a 21k column. 20k if you're boosted by a Swordbreaker.
Oh. 3 copies of Grozny, which we were discussing cutting, but once again, with the power that we're getting from this guy essentially every turn, these will superpower.
And not to mention this thing.
We'll get to that shortly.
You can actually cut those for the new card that we got, actually the Ritual 3 card. Because Ritual 3 lets you look at the top 5, and then you can call up to a grade 1. And that's automatically going to be, I believe, an 11k column, because I believe it's 2k if it calls a grade 1.
And then a 3k, I think, if it
has
ritual.
Which you don't play very many ritual, but it's still for the fact that you get an 11k hitter and you get a free call from your deck.
For free.
Yeah, complete free.
And then 3 copies of this, so we're on 10 grade 2s?
Yes, 4, 3, and 3, yeah.
This just calls a grade 1, and this guy gets 2k, right?
Yep, so he becomes 11k, and then he can also call out your Morian Spear for another column.
Oh god, that's broken.
Yep.
So going up to 4 might be better.
Alright, cool, so grade 1s.
A lot of grade 1s because you need them.
2 copies of Blackwing Swordbreaker.
Because drawing card is fun.
You mean extremely broken?
Yeah.
You only need 2 of those, too. No more than that.
This is the owl that we were talking about earlier?
You gain so much soul, really, you don't need to... Actually, you don't gain too much soul anymore, but you gain enough soul to where this is actually, like, relevant. 14k boosting another grade 1 7k is 21.
Huh. Those are 21k columns.
It's all about these magic numbers. 2 of the Night Sky Eagle.
I play 2 just because you're only going to really be calling it off of this for an extra column.
Okay.
For 11k.
Huh. 4 copies of your Strider Sister?
Yes. Counterblast 1 if you have a Vanguard.
3 copies. 3 copies.
3 copies, sorry. Counterblast 1 if you have a... instead of paying the cost for Stride, if you have a Claret Sword Dragon Vanguard, Counterblast 1, retire this unit, and you Stride for free.
And then 4 copies of your actual Stride fodder.
Because you're only playing 6 grade 3s.
Yeah, so you want to make sure that you're getting onto the appropriate one that you need to be on for the particular matchup.
Yes.
Alright. And then 4 copies of the Unflipper, just because Counterblast Management.
I've also been thinking about maybe using Ezros, but the Counterblast can be sort of a problem with Espada Dragon and Revolt, counterblasting 1 each turn.
4 copies of Kafar, Kafar. No real explanation needed there. Yeah. 4 copies of Death Eagle, so 8 crits, 4 draws, and 4 heal triggers. This is pretty standard. I mean, Austin, what were your thoughts on the stand trigger?
I mean, the stand trigger is good if you want to go for more
over the draws.
I would do draws, but you have to also be careful though. Playing draws in here, you're going to deck out super fast. You need to make sure that your Helium is going to make sure that you can ensure damage. That's why sometimes even 12 crit in this deck may be worth it. That's something you all can consider.
I could see that too, but a lot of times when I've been playing it, I've not had enough cards in hand to guard.
Yeah, so
that's why I put in the draw.
You just have to really manage your resources. That's what it comes down to. Resource management.
Yeah, resource management, one of the hardest things in any TCG. Alright, so that's the main deck. Extra deck. Alright, let's talk about Helium. The new Broken Strides. What's this thing do?
Whenever your opponent uses a Sentinel, a G-Guard, or lets him hit the Vanguard, you can search your deck for up to the number of cards face up in your G-Zone.
That turn, by the way.
That turn. Not just his attack. The entire turn. You unflip a copy of him and search your deck for up to the number of grade 1s in your deck as the number of face up in your G-Zone to call to the rearguard circle.
Just can go off multiple times in the turn.
Yes.
Yeah, which is pretty ridiculous.
If your opponent has to G-Guard multiple times.
Or Sentinel. But, I mean, I feel like that's just kind of in the danger turns.
Usually, like, a lot of the time, if I will strike this first, and then my opponent will just let it hit, or guard with all their zeros, not G-Guarding, just to try and stop it. But then I just go into it again, and I still have 2 procs on it.
I mean, I feel like having you go into the second stride is a win for me, either way.
I mean, I get more attacks.
That's true. 2 copies of Diablo?
Just because it's a 36k crit Vanguard.
Alright. The Aura Geyser combo, just for board management.
Basically.
I mean, we have ones coming out our butthole, literally. 1 copy of Drag Strider Luard. Has this actually came up?
Yes. It's actually very, very good. Hitting the, with, say, your Swordbreaker, hitting with your 2 discards, that's 37k to your Vanguard, for your Vanguard.
With quadruple drive.
And an extra crit.
1 copy of Spectral Blaster.
Because Restand's pretty good.
Does GB8 ever come up?
Not really.
And if it does, you're out of grade 1s.
Yeah, typically. This is literally just if you haven't used enough grade 1s.
One copy of Sea Breeze.
Because you can't stay at grade 2 very long.
One copy of Dismal. Now this is something a bit weirder. Why are we playing Dismal?
Just because there are Narukami, yeah. There's matchups where you want to keep your rear guards. If you don't either have or want to play Dismal, this is an option. It checks the top 5 on place to Guardian Circle and then calls all grade 1s.
Yep.
A copy of the Flipper.
There.
Just because if you call 2 of your grade 1s, you draw a card, and then if you have another attack after that, Revolt can put another grade 1 to your guard circle and gets 13k.
And Plot Maker's pretty basic.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts, comments on the deck? I mean, we talked about Grosnio and like Dark Quartz or something, right?
Yeah.
Then the debate about stand triggers we covered. Anything else, Austin? Really? What'd you want to say?
Not much. It's basically a budget Shadow Paladin deck if you want to play it. If you wanted to play budget Shadow Paladin without paying for lure.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Just the cool things that you can do with the deck and the grade 1 lineup. And you just got to be careful about turboing too hard.
Oh yeah, you turbo all your grade 1s out really quickly. You got to be really certain of how many grade 1s you've seen early game, and then go off of that, basically, for your late game.
Alright guys, thanks for watching, we're out. And we'll never know when we're getting that Enigma deck profile. Later guys.
That's not all, card fighters. Please subscribe for more Cardfight Vanguard content. Please remember to check out mcole40 for Yu-Gi-Oh videos, and please check out mcolegames.com, my store, along with No Limit Gaming and lgtcg.com for all of your guys' trading card game needs as well. Until next time, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button. Later.